Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, boys, and girls, to an emergency episode of Metal Gear Mondays, the Games Club-style podcast where we cover all things Metal Gear from top to bottom, left to right, inside and out in pseudo-historical recreational order. As sometimes I am your breaking news host with my co-host, Isaac Lynn.
That's me.
This is a thing. This is for the first time in the history of the Metal Gear Mondays tautology, we are able to jump on the airwaves right after a thing has happened, kind of related to Metal Gear. Unfortunately, this would be much more dramatic and interesting if something had actually happened, but nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
Let's talk about the Game Awards 2018. Isaac.
Hey. Did
you expect anything to happen?
Honestly, I kind of expected it to just be what everybody was expecting, I guess. Like Red Dead running away with most of the awards.
Uh-huh.
What I did not expect was a furry to run on stage and
accept an award.
And accept an award
from Joel McHale of all people.
Yeah. And a Muppet as well. That was kind of out of left field.
With a ninja.
With Ninja of all people, and his crazy, greasy green hair.
I mean, there was one omission that I don't think anybody really expected. In a weird way, I think I kind of bought into the hype, but it's really weird that all of those Metal Gear voice actors were teasing at something happening, and that, for all intents and purposes, people were teasing Tonight of All Nights, and yet here we are, and there was not a single mention of Metal Gear anywhere to be seen.
Yeah. So maybe we should back it up. Like, I was reading an article, and yesterday, or the day before the Game Awards, Hideo Kojima tweets that he will not be attending the Game Awards, just nonchalantly.
Which would make sense if something Metal Gear related was going to get announced. Because
right.
I'm assuming he probably wouldn't want to be there when his old thing is getting trounced around.
Yeah. Which is like, okay. So something is probably going to happen. Or so we thought.
And then?
And then
nothing.
We sat through about 3 hours worth of some very cringy performances, but we're waiting on a certain surprise that never came, and now it's midnight my time, and I am sad and tired.
Yes. Well, and there were some okay reveals, but I think overall, if I had to give this a numerical rating of some unmentioned scale, I'd probably give this, I don't know, like a 73 out of 100 out of 1,000. No, out of 100. I don't know, man. It was just a little disheartening that between every single trailer or award was just some dude or Jeff just cramming DLC information and bundle packs and URLs down all of our throats. I don't know, man. It was weird. It felt, and I've seen a ton of these kinds of shows. I used to watch G4ia, and I used to watch a lot of the E3 streams and PAX and TGS and stuff like that. And so I've seen a lot of these awards shows, or not awards shows, but just games shows. And it's weird. Yes, it is all consumerist bullshit where it's look at how flashy this thing is. Don't you want to go buy it? But seemingly never to this level. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it feels like they were nickel and diming everything tonight.
And it seems to be that's how I feel games are going. And I mean that happened with like the in-game transactions that most games are putting in these days, and just kind of like trying to get as much money out of the players as they can.
Yeah, it's wild. Well, and then this whole like, oh, free-to-play games, like check out all these free-to-play games, and it's like, yeah, they're free to play because they want you to fucking open your wallet up once you've gotten used to the game. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, shit, that's what happened to me with Destiny. Like, they gave Destiny 2 away for free on Battle.net or Blizzard or whatever. And I played through the whole thing, and then, like, you get to a certain point where it's like, oh, like, I do need the expansion that just came out to play anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
did you buy
and
the
obviously,
expansion?
like, yeah, and, like, obviously, like, there's a good amount of game in there before you get to that point. But it's like if you're playing with friends and all your friends are like, oh, let's go do this big old thing. It's like, oh, let me pay for a ticket to be there with you. You know what I mean? And it's just like, I don't know.
And DLC and expansions are okay to me because, I mean, at least if they add a good amount of content, additional content.
Yeah, and if it's a game that you enjoy, I don't think by any means you should be like penalized for enjoying it and wanting more of it. But it's like the whole fucking thing is now just like, let's parade bits and pieces of $5 tchotchkes around a fucking stage.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. It's weird. What were your thoughts on some of the reveals that we saw, Isaac? So just to roll through a bunch, there were a bunch of new things, new IP that I was super excited about. That I do want to talk about that. There was a bunch of new IP, like we saw. What is it? Sayonara Lonely Hearts or whatever the hell for the Switch. That looks pretty cool. There was that Journey to a Savage Land that apparently Batman Arkham Asylum people are making, which had like the astronaut kind of like knocked out or whatever. We saw that the Fallout creator is making that new game with
Outer
Obsidian.
Worlds.
Yeah, which looks really neat.
Promising.
Yeah, I think overall, like, there were some cool new IPs that they showed off. There was a bunch of sequel jerking. It's like Mortal Kombat 11. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
Rage
and
2,
stuff like that. Yeah, Rage 2, which like okay, I was pretty lukewarm before. But
Devil
I don't
May
know.
Cry.
Yeah, Devil May Cry 5 looked like honestly the live performance of that song actually kind of put me off of the game.
Oh my gosh. Everybody needs to go out and watch that performance because it's
Devil Trigger.
Devil Trigger.
Yeah, it almost got me triggered. It was
Yeah.
bad. I mean, it was, don't get me wrong, like the female vocalist's performance was great. The technicality on the guitar and the drums, fine, pitch perfect, whatever. It was just I don't know.
What?
It just felt so like soulless and
Is it a bad
empty.
song? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, like the performance was fine. The lyrics are goofy.
You right?
And like the stage setup and stuff, like it looked like we were watching a practice.
Yeah.
Like everybody was like in street clothes and standing like 100 feet away from each other. It was very weird.
They did have fire, so
That's true. Yeah, they might have had to have done that.
yeah. So apart from that, and then they had they revealed a Stranger Things game, which looked pretty
Cheapy.
interesting actually.
Very Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Very Zombies Ate My Neighbors. Yeah, I mean, I think, honestly, I was very, very happy to see that God of War got Game of the Year.
Oh, right. Of course.
Yeah, spoiler for the Patron Club when we talk about our Games of the Year, but I might have shared that feeling, that sentiment. But yeah, I mean, I think overall, I would... Maybe it was a shot in the dark for all of us to like dream big and hope for like a Blue Point reveal or some sort of Metal Gear news. I think in my perfect world version of this, there would have at the very least been a little bit of information on Death Stranding. I was a little surprised that we didn't even get that, especially considering that Sony has announced that they're not going to be at E3 next year.
Right. Because that weren't they going to do their own event and then they canceled that or something like that?
Yeah, like Sony's just not really doing anything, I
Yeah.
don't think. Like next year at all.
Oh
Which is
boy.
weird. I'm assuming it's in preparation for the new PlayStation that might be coming.
Oh yeah.
Um but
Yeah.
I have no idea. I'm not sure. What would your perfect Oh, I guess we didn't even talk about this Crash Team Racing.
Oh yeah.
Um Oh, and this awful Far Cry New Dawn, but I think that played before you hopped on the stream.
Yeah. I didn't hit that part.
I don't know. At the end, they kind of try to tie it into the Far Cry 5 situation. I could care less.
So your thoughts on
yeah,
Crash Team Racing?
yeah. Me and Isaac were talking about it during the stream. I think it looks exciting. The one thing I'm nervous about is whether or not it's going to stand up to nostalgia.
Yeah.
I think for the most part, Crash 1, 2, and 3 played the way that I thought they would. But I think Crash Team Racing I haven't played since I was a child, so I'm a little nervous now, having played the shit out of Mario Kart. I'm a little nervous that Crash Team Racing is going to feel like a step backwards. But I don't know.
Yeah.
You didn't see this either, Isaac. The Stanley Parable is getting an Ultra Deluxe edition, apparently.
Oh, that's cool. What's
With
in the
more
Ultra
things.
Deluxe?
I don't know. They just said more endings, and then it's going to be available on console.
Well, that's cool.
So,
Yeah.
but yes, Isaac, can you take me through what your perfect Game Awards 2018 would have looked like?
Oh boy, don't you want to know? So this is actually the first Game Awards that I've ever watched. So I have no idea if this is par for the course or not. But in my mind, this was actually kind of what I expected, or if not a little bit more put together than what I thought a Game Awards would entail. It seemed pretty well done, so I was okay on that front, like production wise. Game content, I think I'll echo your thoughts and say that, I was probably expecting a little bit better content than these just like expansions to existing games or DLC on top, or a new PUBG map or whatever was revealed.
Yeah, the Persona 5 thing was kind of neat, but I really wish they would have paired it with also Persona 5's coming to Switch or something.
Yeah,
it's just sort
if
of like
that's the case,
LOL,
that would be
Joker's going to be on Smash.
But it's not even as playable. It's a summon character, right?
Well, no, I think they're referring to the fact that he can summon personas.
Oh.
So I think
I
he's going to be a
gotcha.
playable character who can summon his own little personas.
Oh.
He's probably going to end up being playing Pokemon Trainer from Brawl or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, for sure.
But I thought there were some pretty cool games in there, but I'm not the biggest gamer. I'll say that. So you can say better than I can about how this list stacks up with previous years.
Yeah, I don't know. I think in general, the Game Awards have always been interesting. I think there were more reveals and more. I was a little taken aback by how many games held off on making certain announcements until the Game Awards. Because I think in the past, Jeff Keighley has always managed to get really interesting guests and really interesting people to come and give away the awards or speak or whatever. But I don't know, for all intents and purposes, I don't recall the previous Games Awards, and I might be wrong here, but I don't recall previous Games Awards having such a marketing tie-in with advertisers and having such a tie-in with marketplaces for releases.
Yeah.
And it may have just been a coincidence. Like maybe he was like, "Hey, we should do this on December the 6th because tons of shit is coming out on the 7th," and maybe he knew about it because he's an insider in that world. But either way, I think at the very least, as an event, Jeff Keighley and the Game Awards crew should be proud because I think the games industry and apparently the film industry, considering how many fucking film people were at this thing, think very highly of this awards ceremony.
Yeah.
And apparently Annapurna, that does also publish movies, is just publishing every fucking indie game in 2019. We discovered. So, apologies for whenever you guys listen to episode 88, you will understand why I sound like I'm sick.
That's because you are.
Because I am sick. But yeah, I don't know. I think overall, maybe we missed it, but it would have been nice to have seen Jordan Vogt Roberts' PUBG teaser in the mix. We dove into it a little late because of episode recording, so maybe they did play it. Who knows? But it would have been interesting to have seen his thing. It definitely would have been interesting. Like at the very least, I don't know. I think it would have been sick to have seen like even some sort of teaser for the Metal Gear movie if it's actually as far into production as they say it is. Obviously, they haven't shot anything, but it would have been cool to have seen like a logo or something.
Right.
Or even if Blue Point is fucking with this Metal Gear remake or something. But between the silence on that and Death Stranding, I don't know. I'm still willing to bet money that Death Stranding comes out before the end of 2019. I don't know if we will see anything Metal Gear related in 2019.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, like, just because we haven't seen anything other than like the art for the Metal Gear, what's supposed to be the Metal Gear remake or Metal Gear movie, we haven't seen any like progress on it, I guess you could say. So unless they're keeping everything under wraps, it's hard to say.
Yeah, I think, unfortunately, as far as Metal Gear is concerned, we will probably see a bunch of forward operating base, which is the online aspect of 5, or we'll continue to see like sporadic survive updates here and there.
Oh gosh.
But yeah, that's pretty much it, you guys. I'm sorry for this emergency episode to have been a little bit of a letdown, but I definitely wanted to just chime in since we stayed up to watch the awards and everything, and we've been kind of promising that we were going to do some event coverage on the 6th, so I just wanted to make sure that we kind of saw that through. But yeah, I don't know. If you guys saw it, definitely write in and let us know what you think. We've got the listener response episodes for Metal Gear Monday's movie season recording on the 11th, so if you want to get in your Game Awards thoughts, feel free to submit those as well. You can DM us on Twitter. You can go to facebook.com/Metal Gear Mondays, or you can send us an email at acsummerfield@gmail.com, and we will get those. So, yeah. Isaac, do you have any final thoughts?
Yeah. Well, I was just going to say, like, there's a lot of games that, like, a couple games that won that I had heard were really good, that I think I'm going to check out. Like, Celeste.
Oh, yeah, Celeste, for sure.
Caught my eye. Being such, like, it seemed like it was such a small project, but it won, like, what was that award? It won multiple awards, so it was like, man, something about this game, I guess. But yeah, it was a pretty good first Game Awards for me, and
here's to another Game Award.
Yeah. Hopefully next time we'll have something better to report.
Yeah, I hope we do get some cool, like, don't get me wrong, like, I hope that I'm wrong with the Metal Gear news for 2019. But just in general, I hope that we get some sort of pleasant surprises in 2019 for Metal Gear remakes or updates or re-releases. I mean, hell, even like a Metal Gear Solid collection for the PS4, I think would be neat.
Oh, that would be awesome. Yeah.
But yeah, so we'll keep you guys posted, obviously. But yeah, so enjoy it. You guys know where to go. At Metal Gear Monday on Twitter, Metal Gear Mondays on Instagram and Facebook, patreon.com/Metal Gear Mondays, bit.ly/MGM store, and then the newly generated Amazon affiliate link. If you're buying Christmas presents and you want to support your boys over at Metal Gear Mondays, bit.ly/ and it's got to be all lowercase, just a box.
Just a box.